Hello, guys. So the other day I posted a really quick wedding card. I've already given it away, but hi, Deborah. Hi, Terry. But I wanted to show you guys how easy it was to make that card. I will try to list everything, but I got a request to make 2 more cards, so we're going to make it real quick. Hi, Karen. Hi, Spookyard. Karen, I'm going to make you one and send it to you. So you'll have to tell me which one you like. And then I have one for my boss who's going to a wedding this weekend. So I'm trying to make sure that I can keep on top of you guys' comments while I'm doing this. Hey, Cindy. All right. So the first thing we're going to start with is good old-fashioned big kick, big shot, whatever you have. And the reason I'm using this is I need the long plates. See, they're super long plates, okay? And I'm going to use 2 different, these are Anna Griffin embossing folders. I will tell you, I bought these a couple years ago from HSN. I do not know if they are still available or not. So you guys are going to have to take a look on Google, I guess. Hi, Roberta. Hi, Melanie. So this one is called Flourish Card, and this one is called Amelie Brocade Card. Okay, so they're long folders, and then I am also using the Anna Griffin 5.5 by 12 inch papers. It's 4 of each 12 colors. So I normally like to use the prettier colors. So Karen, since you're on here, you can tell me what colors you want for your card base. I have like a light pink. It's like almost like an ivory, I would say. A light pink, a fuchsia, lilac, very light purple, a light blue, a medium blue. Oh, there's another sky blue. And I know they're coming up pretty dark. They're very light on here. Oh, gotta decline that. Okay. Okay, so light pink. Okay, Karen, now I have like this ivory and I have light pink, like a baby pink. So this one. And they're metallic. They have a little bit of a sheen to them, like a pearlescent sheen. All right, so I'm going to go with the light pink. If I can get it out. Okay, and then I'm also going to pull out a blue one for my boss's card because that's for like his nephew or something. I don't know. So we're going to do blue for his wedding. All right, so let me put this away. Hi, Philomena. Okay, so this card is really simple and it's my go-to card. I make it all the time for weddings and it just looks elegant, but it's very easy to do, you know, in a pinch. So I'm going to use this kind of very elegant flowery print one. And all you do is you put your card in here and you want to line it up all the way to the edge. This cardstock fits in here perfectly. And I just eyeball the edges and make sure everything looks straight and pretty. It does. Okay. And then I'm going to put it between my 2 plates and run it through my long big kick here. And I'm also going to do the other one at the same time. Oh, thank you, Karen. Did not have to do that. Okay, I'm going to move my big cake out of the way. Okay, so here you can see that these folders nicely embossed these two cards. Oh, I cut off the bottom. Let me do that one again. I took it out before it was done embossing. I didn't go all the way through the plates. Let me finish that one. Do that again. There we go. All right. Now it's done. Hello, Roberta. Okay. So now you guys can see that both cards are embossed. Wait, where'd you guys go? Oh, there you are. All right. They're both embossed, and like I said, the paper has this nice pearlescent sheen to it. You can't see it on the camera, but it's very pretty. And then here is the pink one. Very, very pretty. Okay, so then what I do is just take my trimmer, and there's a little piece on the end, and it has like a little embellishment, and I just line that up and cut that off. I don't need that part. Okay. Then what we're going to do is score the cards. So there is already a score line. You just fold and score. And this is pretty heavy duty paper, so you don't have to worry about crushing the design. Do that one. Okay. And then from here, what I do is I cut down a piece of background paper. So this is gloss paper from the Paper Cut. It's black glossy paper. And all I do is cut it down to, I think it's 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. Yes. So that's going to frame it, and I just glue that down. Hello, Anne. Glue is clogged. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here we are going to glue down this background. And I like using either foiled paper or something that really sticks out. So this glossy paper is really nice. Now we're just going to put this aside. Move these out of the way. And for the sentiment, I use another pearlescent cardstock. This is Shimmering cardstock from Crafter's Companion. This is called Silver Starlight, and all it is just a heavy-duty pearlescent cardstock. And I cut this down to 5 by 5. Hello, Robin. So the black sheet was 5 1/4. This is going to be 5 by 5 squared. So we'll have a little border in there. Okay, now, I'm sorry, I don't know who makes a stamp, but it's the only stamp I use when I'm doing my wedding cards. I love it. It's just a really beautiful sentiment. Put that in my mini Misty here. And then I do kind of line it up in the center. Put it down on my Misty, and then I eyeball it and make sure that it is straight. Actually, I think I got it straight that time. Nope. And if you wanted to practice stamping it out, of course, you know, do that. All right, so make this pretty easy. Going to heat emboss this because everything looks better when it's heat embossed. Anti-static tool. I'm going to stamp it out in VersaFine Clair black ink. Hi, Dee Dee. Okay, that's why we use the Misty. It didn't stamp in the middle enough. A little extra ink there. I think this is a Hobby Lobby stamp. I'm not sure. Okay, so it says, may this wonderful day bring joy and love into your heart. Okay, so beautiful wedding sentiment, right? We're going to move that out of the way. We're going to bring in Hero Arts Black Embossing Powder. Because that's what really makes it look like you bought it. Putting that embossing powder on there. A little brush off all that extra. It's really not too bad because I use the embossing powder, this anti-static powder. Okay, so that looks pretty good. All right, and now we're going to heat it up. Okay, and this embossing powder embosses very smooth and raised. I wish you guys could see it better, but it's very smooth and has that texture to it, so it looks professionally embossed, right? But we're not done yet. No, folks. Yes. Step it up a little bit more here. Okay, so I have this wedding set from Creative Visions Stamps, and I really like this kind of damask, I guess you would call it, stamp. So I'm going to take that and put that on a block. Okay, I'm going to get our Versamark stamp pad out. And then I have Perfect Pearls in turquoise, which is a really light blue. And all we're going to do is take the damask stamp and just randomly rotate it around the outside edges. Okay, once we have that done, we're going to take very little of this powder, and I usually just dip my brush into it, go into the lid, and then I put my finger on the center here, and I just lightly go into that Versamark ink. And what you'll see is the Perfect Pearls will stick to that Versamark ink, and it gives it this beautiful colored sheen. And it almost looks like the paper was printed that way. And very little goes a long way. You really don't need to use a whole bunch of product here. Just a tiny little dab of it works out. But I like doing this because that color matches the outside of the card. And it really just, you know, makes the center of the card pop with that extra color. And then you can still sign this. I would recommend using like a permanent marker to sign this. It's not raised down at the bottom. Like, you know, it's not heat embossed, so you can sign right over it. Okay. And anywhere you don't think it's dark enough, you can just keep layering it on. As long as there's sticky ink there, it will stick to it. Okay, so I think we're good there. Karen, sometimes these ideas do come to me when I'm sleeping, not gonna lie, and then I wake up and I'm like, I have to write that down or have to go downstairs and do that. All right, so I'm just gonna wipe my desk off real quick here. Okay, and then I'm going to take a dry part of my cloth and I'm just gently going to buff over. And what it's going to do is it's going to take in excess powder off the card, but anything that's stuck to the Versamark ink will stay stuck to the ink. So I just use a dry, clean part of the cloth to do that. Okay, let me show you guys here. Can you see that? I don't know if the camera's picking that up. All right, now to lock this in, I just lightly spritz in the air. I do a fine mist, and then I just swipe my card through it. So when you do that, it locks the Perfect Pearls in place on the card. So I just take 2 little swipes in the air with that, and then just give that a second to dry. So you want to make sure that that doesn't move. It really locks in the Perfect Pearls for you. And then all you do at this point is you're going to glue that in place. Now, I like to use the Extreme Tombow Runner because it does not move. Because the paper is slightly warped from heat embossing it. And then, you know, we just spritzed it and inked it and everything else. So this Extreme Tombow adhesive is like super duty stuff here. Okay. Okay, so you can leave it like this. It's very pretty, but I'm not done with it yet. Okay, so there you can see it's a nice gatefold card. It opens up. Now what I'm going to do is take it up a notch. And I have this ribbon from Stampin' Up. This is plain black ribbon. I'm trying to look up the size here. It's a 1/2 inch satin ribbon in black. And this ties in with the mat on the back of the card. And I'm going to just measure that out. And I cut it at a slight angle. And I bought these ribbon slides online. Yeah, Karen, I'll list the supplies. It was Perfect Pearls in turquoise. So these little slides, I got to remember where I got them from. I can't remember. But they're very pretty. They're heart-shaped. And now what we do is we make a belly band. So we kind of line this up in the middle. And I like to use a regular size glue dot. Aw, thank you, Sherry. This is just from years and years of collecting here. So I'm going to put the belly band on, and I just kind of want to make sure that my ribbon is pretty centered. I cut it at an angle so it doesn't fray as easily. Put the glue dot right there. It fits that perfectly. Now, I don't want this too tight, so I'm going to gently put it on there. But the reason I don't want it too tight is you want to be able to slide this on and off. You don't want them ripping it off. So all you do is just slightly bend your card in, and then the belly band will come right off. So now you can sign your sentiment and put your belly band back onto the card. I have sometimes even embellished the front of the card with gems, you know, just depending on how foo-foo you want to make it. Sometimes I'll put pearls on the outside. Sometimes I'll put gems on the outside. And then I always make an envelope with the envelope punch board. If you guys don't have one of those, an odd size card like this. Do you guys want me to show you how I do the envelope too? Hold on, let me get a piece of paper. Okay, so this paper pack was from the Hobby Lobby. It's the Paper Studio. It's called Blanc Boutique, and it's pearl finished, very pretty paper. And it's 12 by 12. You need kind of a large piece of paper, and it's very wedding-ish, very pretty. So I will just grab one that's pretty close to the design I'm using. I did have a Baroque looking one in here, but I think I may have used it. Anyway, I'll take this one. This one's pretty enough. All right, so this card is, I believe, 5.5 by 5.5. So yeah, 5.5 by 5.5. So I like to make my envelopes a little larger in case you're going to put a gift card or, you know, put more bling on there, whatever. So the envelope punch board, this one's from Stampin' Up. It's made by We Are Memory Keepers. Tells you here, depending on the size of the card that you're making. So if you make a 5.5 by 5.5 card, you need to cut your paper to 9 by 9. I like to give mine a little bit of room. So I will make this card 6 by 6. So this says I need to cut my paper to 9.5 by 9.5. So we're going to do that. And that's why you need scrapbook size paper. You don't want to use regular 8.5 by 11 paper. Not for a card this size. Okay, so we need to cut this to 9.5 by 9.5. And it's very, very simple to make these envelopes. Now, I do not make envelopes when I'm doing my A2 size cards. It's just cheaper for me to buy envelopes. But when I'm doing a special card like this, especially square cards, it's hard to find envelopes. So this is when I'll make it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this over, and it says here for a 6x6 card, you need to score at 4 3/4, and tells you that right here, 4 3/4, and then up at the top here is a ruler. So there is 4 3/4. So all I'm going to do is slide my paper to 4 3/4 right there, punch down, and then it comes with, on the right side here, it comes with a little bone folder, and you're going to put your bone folder in the little slot here and slide downwards, and you'll feel there's a channel there, and what that is doing is it's you're scoring your paper. Now you don't have to measure anymore. You're done measuring. All you do now is you line your score line up with this little pointer here. So my score line is already there. Now I'm going to score again and punch. Line my score line up again. Score and punch. And one more time. Score and punch. So now we have our envelope ready to be put together. On the back side of the punch board here, there's a corner rounder. So you're going to put your corners in there, press down. Hi, Penny. Okay, so now we are done with our punch board. We can put that away. So now all we're going to do is, it's already scored. We are just going to fold down. You don't even need your bone folder because they're already nicely scored. And this paper is a good heavy duty paper. It has a nice shimmery coating on the outside, a pearlescent coating on the outside. Now, what I do from here is I look at all my corners. I make sure everything is straight and looks good. I look at the pattern of the paper and how do I want it folded. So like that. And then from there, I fold the two in and then fold the bottom one up. So I will take again some of that super adhesive, just do the bottom legs of the fold there, fold this up. That's all done. And now I will take a pop dot, a dimensional from Stampin' Up. And what I do here is I take the Stampin' Up! Dimensional and I only take the adhesive off, or the backing off on one side. So I put that on the envelope like that. I don't take the backing off this side. So this way I can sign my card, or if you're making this for someone, like I'm going to send one to Karen, I can send it this way. Karen can sign her card, put whatever she needs to put on the inside, and then she can remove this backing and have her card ready to go for the wedding. If you wanted to step it up even more, somewhere on my desk, I have some bling bling because I never cleaned it up. All right, so I'm sure we all have like a stash of these around. So you can put some bling bling on here and just really jazz it up a little bit more if you wanted to. And that's how I made a wedding card. And you can slide that off. And ba-bam. Now, if you wanted to write a long, lengthy message, other things I have done is taking a strip of that matching pearlescent paper and just glued it down over here, write my congratulations or whatever I need to write in there before sealing it up. Okay. So there we go, guys. Karen, if you can email me, nancystamps15@gmail.com, where you want me to send this to. I am off on Thursday, so I will get yours all done and stick it in the mail to you. I'll put it in a padded envelope and send it to you Thursday for your daughter's wedding. Okay, guys? So I hope you guys like that. If you have any questions, post them down below. I will try to link everything for you guys. But as always, thanks for watching. Love when you guys give me suggestions for you, to do stuff like this, because I never would have thought you guys would be interested in seeing that, because it really was easy. I mean, it wasn't hard at all. How long did that take me to do? 30 minutes. It didn't really take me 30 minutes. It took me 30 minutes because I was showing you guys every step. But that's probably a 20-minute card, and it took a few minutes to make the envelope. So very easy, and I only stamped one thing, which was the sentiment, really. Okay, guys? Well, you guys all have a good night. Keep an eye out Thursday. There's a video that's going to be posted for the new Blue Night rubber stamps release. Tomorrow is the Blog Hop Mod Squad Challenge Blog Hop winner will be picked. So that will be posted tomorrow on their website. And I appreciate every single one of you guys. You're so awesome. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, I appreciate your thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, I will post a link for you guys to give to subscribe every time I do videos. Bye, guys. Have a good night.